I'm Supermoon Tarot, and today I'm talking to my lovely Libras. Hello, Libras. I'm so excited to say that after the poll was taken, this category won by a mere 1%. And the reason why I'm excited about this is because all three categories were neck and neck, and it shows that we are very like-minded. I too believe that love, spirituality, and career are all equally important. But for now, for this particular week, we're going to be focusing on career. So the way the reading is going to work is the first half is going to be checking in with your energy and the story behind that. And then the second half is going to be checking in with your energy and your career and the story behind that. We'll see if they overlap. This is mostly for sun signs, but moon and rising are always welcome. It's always just about the message resonating. So let's get started with your energy going on. Okay. Cool. Oh, I see why. Okay. Cool. Ooh, I love that. This one feels super spiritual to me. Okay, so let's get into all the details of this. So, the energy I see popping up over here in the Four of Wands and the King of Swords is pretty straightforward. We've got basically a lack of stability going internally with you. This could be, maybe believing in yourself. This could just be anything involving a regular routine, whatever it is. There's this sense of like you've got your own back. You see your own passion. It's not about seeking it from others. Now, the thing that's interesting is this can pop up because of a lack of belief system in you or a lack of belief system from other people. So because you feel alone, you start to kind of get in your own head and that kind of jazz. I kind of see that's a combination of both, but the cool thing is it's talking about that needing to be the focus right now, which is not a problem because the King of Swords pops up. It essentially says that you can no problem handle this through routine. So this is about like regularly getting into affirmations. It's about identifying like maybe sometimes honestly when the King of Swords pops up, I find that any routine can do the job. So maybe you just go for a walk every day, and that act of knowing like you're going to go clear your mind and enjoy some nature for, anywhere from 10 minutes to a whole hour every day can make all the difference in fixing other problems that are more intangible. It's kind of interesting. It's like a regrounding stabilization vibe when we have a Four of Wands in reverse type of situation. But we can actually get more specific than that when we look at the story over here. So the Three of Pentacles is our biggest clue and sort of thesis of this spread. This talks about not right now, you shouldn't find any sort of support or look towards other people to get the sort of encouragement you need right now. They don't have the insight. You have the insight. You're the expert of your own life. This is a nice, beautiful compliment and double confirmation we get here and here that like, you know what you're doing more than you're giving yourself credit for. And the more you look towards other people for this and seeing what they're doing, and this can sometimes come across as like feeling like maybe you feel without and you look at other people and they seem like they know what they're doing. And so you're like, oh, maybe if I work with them by association, I'll do better. And this is basically saying, yes, in other cases, but in this case, this is not how you're going to grow. This is not going to how you're not going to find stability and in general success, which is a wonderful, beautiful, loving statement to you and the progress you've made in life, which we love. But over here we can see in the Ten of Wands, you put so much strain on yourself unnecessarily. And that's a huge reason why you're feeling this lack of support. It's like you're having to support too much. And you just don't need to do that to yourself. You're creating tension that just isn't there and doesn't need to be there. So that's something mindful that you're allowed to give yourself that break. You're allowed to acknowledge it and say, I don't have to take this on. I don't have to take on the pressure, the deadlines, the mental, taking it all so seriously, so to speak. The High Priestess confirms that, saying that you're not seeing the situation clearly right now. Not that your intuition is off, I'm being told, just that you think that the answers lie in other people and that you need to, beat yourself up and somehow this is helping, and this is basically saying no, you've got it all warped. You're looking through the wrong telescope, so to speak, which is great. This is the time you want to be told you're wrong. You know what I mean? So the Page of Pentacles keeps talking about this idea that you've kind of been building towards like a better routine right now in order to build some sense of stabilization, but it also talks about the idea of a belief system entwined with that routine system, which I think is really fun and interesting. But it does talk about it not only being the solution, but there being hesitation. So this is when you say to yourself every day, tomorrow I'm gonna start doing yoga every day or something. You know, I'm just naming a random activity. Or tomorrow I'm gonna read an hour before bed. Oh, whoops. Sorry about that. I'm going to read a book for an hour at bed every night. Yeah. And there seems to be some sort of, not quite yet, not right now. Some of that's actually a little bit inkling over here in the Page of Cups. And you'll see what I mean by when I say that's so kind of interesting. It's almost contradictory, but it's not. We'll get into that in a second. So Page of Pentacles is somebody who understands that when they do small activities or small choices, belief systems, like affirmations, it's just this idea that something small now is this token of an investment in the long term. It's going to add up in the long term. So this is a positive thing because it's less overwhelming, way different energy than the 10 of Wands. So this you're basically being told some food for thought that like just pick one little thing you do every day. It's a little routine. It's going to add up immensely. It's not only going to build in the long term a lot of general success and like happiness and add up in like a really big way, but it's the thing that is, think of each time you do this as a brick in your internal support system, your house you're building, if you will, inside yourself. And all you have to do is this one little thing. You don't have to make it a bigger deal than it is, just 5 minutes, 10 minutes every day. So that's something practical that we love, and we all love practical. We can actually go work on this type of thing, sort of energy and vibe and story. I don't know if you do, but I do. Let me know in the comments if you do as well. So the Page of Cups is our last kind of sort of interesting guidance, if you will, because it talks about you needing to, but currently not listening to some messages you need to receive. The reason why I found this interesting is because this whole thing multiple times confirms this idea of don't look at other people right now, look within yourself. You've got the answers. You're the expert. Go for this. You just need to get restabilized. But the Page of Cups does talk about receiving messages sort of like from the universe, if you will. And that's where it gets interesting. It seems like you need to reach out in a more spiritual sense and receive guidance in that kind of way, because they're waiting on the sidelines, to tell you some stuff. Now, this just depends on what you feel comfortable with and what you believe in, but this could be anything from source to the universe to spirit guides to your higher self. Higher self is a solid one because while I believe in all of them and they're all valid and I reach out to all of them personally, if you feel uncomfortable with those other tones, we can all believe in the version of ourselves that's like got their act together, so to speak. If you're wondering how, you can do this through tarot cards, of course. Another great way of receiving messages is working with a pendulum. You can actually turn yourself into a pendulum by standing on the middle arches of your feet, so it feels like you could wobble either way, and then you essentially ask yourself yes and no questions, and yes is when you naturally will fall forward, or you naturally fall backwards is no. So pretty straight up easy systems. Yeah, love it. So let's get into career based stuff. What's going on energy wise here? Oh, cute. Oh, not cute. Oh, cute again. That's fantastic. That's very fantastic. Okay, I would say this is a roller coaster, but this was a fantastic, well, I guess roller coasters are a good thing, but it was all good up and down, essentially. You know how that phrase is used more in a overwhelming sense. So I love this for you. I have some really, really great financial news for you, especially when the Empress pops up. But let's first start with the energy going on up here. So I'm excited to say that with the Fool card, this is the confirmation of either you straight up starting a new job, like you're going to get a new job of some sort. I mean, this could be anything from a different placement to a new field. And that's the other interpretation of the Fool card. Something I love about the Fool card, and I find is an extremely delightful omen about it, is it implies that you are capable, and in this case, the opportunity is presenting itself, that you will be able to start a job in a field that you don't have any experience in. And this is saying that you will naturally be good at it, even though you are very new to the concept or skill set or whatever. We always have this like secret way or secret talents hidden inside us, and they're not revealed to us until we're given the opportunity, or we're in the right mental state to just kind of be in the flow of the universe and then just be able to do a great job, essentially, which I love. So either way, it's the sense of newness. So if you would like to try something straight up new, you want to try a different profession, this just isn't vibing for you anymore, turns out as you choose that and naturally, go the course, you're going to do great. So we love that. But before we get into that, and it seems like you're definitely going to be starting something big and new, this seems like a huge life choice type of thing where it's going to have a bigger path behind it, which is really cool. You're going to need to rest up and take care of yourself over here in the Four of Swords. So right before you make this big decision, you make this choice, which has very heavy energy that this is going to be more of a new field in addition to a new job type of situation, you're going to want to really just take care of yourself physically. So lots of sleeping, lots of naps, take care of yourself food-wise. And I don't mean just eating healthy and like exercising. I also mean like if you want to go, eat a little, like, those mug cakes, like the little cups where you can have like a little cake in them, or you want to have a little treat or chips or something like that, and that feels good to you, that's also a version of taking care of yourself. Either way, you want to feel rejuvenated and grounded, like we talked about in the other spread, so that as you start this course, you feel excited and happy rather than spent. And spent is definitely the word I would choose here when we got this energy going on here. So I can see over here in the Three of Swords that there was some sort of, or currently is right now, I'm happy and excited to say you're going to be moving out of this energy, but some sort of intense negative energy. This could be anything from like a dysfunctional relationship with coworkers or a boss, or maybe just the way the place you work out, the way everything falls in alignment, just they don't work the way you particularly vibe with, and you feel like it's inefficient and your energy is being spent. Either way, something's off, and that's not fun to experience in the least. And this is saying that if you don't take the time to rejuvenate and kind of take care of yourself before you transition to the new job, you're going to be taking that energy with you. So it's kind of like a loving reminder of like, yes, you're excited to move on, but make sure to hit that reset button first. And then over here in the Devil card in reverse, it essentially talks about that same idea too of somebody not working out, some sort of toxic relationship. And it more heavily applies to something more like, it can talk about coworkers, but I find this pops up more for bosses. But this is a general reading, so it can be coworkers. And we saw in the Three of Pentacles that if you think these people around you can help, they clearly cannot. So we get that confirmation again that this is they do not have your back. The Devil card in reverse is a huge indicator when people kind of gaslight you. It's when they like make you feel like or think that they're agreeing with you or they have your best interest at heart, and they really don't, and they're doing things behind the scenes that directly affect and harm your success, and we do not love that. But when it's in reverse, it's talking about that being relieved, and who does not love that? So these cards of like positivity, which I'm really excited about, all of these cards essentially repeat the idea over and over and over again. It's like, it could not be more clear, the message that you're going to be out of this dysfunctional environment, which we love, is moving towards the Empress card. And we'll get to her in one moment. She's a really extremely positive omen, and I just love this for you. So the Eight of Swords, again, talks about finally being free of this, finally leaving that environment and it being gone. The Six of Cups and the Devil card talk about this person no longer being in your life, whether they leave, got fired, or in this case, you start a new job. I do want to talk about the Six of Cups, mentioning things like cycles and people from the past and how that's no longer serving you. So definitely contemplate that before you leave. Is there something here that you keep experiencing over and over and over again? You can either confront them, change the routine, or stand up to the person, or you can set the intention in your head. I've acknowledged this lesson. I've acknowledged what's going here. I would not like to bring this into my new environment. And it seems like you already know what it is, and this kind of negative experience has a positive tone because it's forced you and put you in a corner to finally stand up for yourself and say, I don't want this anymore. I see it. I'm tired of it. I don't want this anymore. And guess what? You're not going to be bringing that energy into this new situation. So who does not love that? So the reason why I'm excited for you with the Empress card is see how this is like a barren wasteland. This place they put you in had nothing to offer. Over here, there's kind of like the false idea that they're offering you something. And I do want to point that out. Spirit's telling me you will potentially be tempted with better offers, but these offers actually won't ever be fulfilled. It's kind of like someone promising they're going to pay you more money if you change to this position, but then they give you way less hours, and it's just the same annoying situation with them. You know what I mean? So anyways, it's a false idea that they're offering you something that's going to equal a better opportunity or whatever. Wait, is that? Oh, sorry. I didn't know what I was hearing. It's just water. Anyways, but it's all leading to the Empress card. So the Empress card truly is abundant. She is not lying. She really is like in it. This is a card that represents a lot of money, and I do not say that lightly. Like in a huge pay raise. And she also stands for longevity. So this is something that you can depend on, have for a long time, and your life is going to dramatically change because, I mean, I try not to make generalized statements, but let's just be honest here. Whenever we get a huge amount of money in our life, a pay increase to that magnitude, it dramatically changes our situation. We can live in better places. We can go on vacation. We can do things. Our world is truly opened up. So I'm excited for you. I love that. I know you love that. Who doesn't love to leave this and leaving this alone is good, but to leave this and go to that, heck yeah. But just don't be afraid to try new things. It's working in your favor right now. And remember to set your intention that you're done with this and rest up so you don't bring any other old energy in, as well as like you need a break. We all need a break from things like this. So I'm excited for you. This is a spectacularly positive reading, which we love that. If you enjoyed this reading as much as I did, as you can tell, please give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. It helps out like you would not believe. Have a lovely day. I will see you in the next one. Bye!